How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is Thraine with my how-to and tanking tips, and today we're going to check out Trial of the Crusader! Alright, Trial of the Crusader is a fun little instance. First thing you got to do, you're going to hop in and either equip your lance or grab a lance from the rack if you don't have one. Hop on a ward, and unlike I'm doing, you want to hit your 4 button a bunch of times. Build up 3 stacks of that shield. Somebody else should be running up to Jaren, like I did, and tell him you want to start the instance. If somebody has completed the instance already, you want them to do it because they can skip the big long intro and just say, I'd like to skip the pageantry, and Jaren brings out all 3 of the bosses. All 3 bosses for this first part will have 3 trash mobs for each boss, as you can see them coming out first. These guys are super easy. If you've ever jousted before, you know what to do. Just hit your charge, hit your shield breaker, everybody focuses, and they go down really quick. If you've never jousted, quick rundown is your 3 button is your charge, which takes away their shield. 2 button is a shield breaker, which is just a long range attack, and 1 is melee. 4 button, like I said, just keeps that shield up and reduces your damage. When you get their trash mobs down, you're going to get to them, the 3 champions. It's a pretty good idea to mark one, because focused fire is much more effective on these guys than everybody running willy-nilly. It's a lot more effective just to gun them all down at once. Everybody, like I said, is going to be focused on them. Once they go down, you're going to see one of the party members just standing on this guy. What they're doing is keeping them trampled, because if you don't keep them trampled, they will get back up and try to get another mount. Same thing applies to you. If you happen to lose your mount, then you can get up and go get another warg in the middle of the fight. Thing is, they're going to run over and try to trample you as well. So you keep them trampled down so they don't get back up and get back on their mount. Get all 3 down, super easy peasy. As long as everybody stays focused on the right targets, cool. When the fight's over, everybody dismounts. You get a chance to equip your regular weapon again, buff everybody, and while you're doing this, the 3 are going to appear over at that gate. It's the 3 guys you just fought on mount, and now you're doing it on foot. There's a bunch of different combinations of which champions you can get. Today we got the Shaman, the Rogue, and the Mage. I marked the Shaman to die first, as you can see with the skull, because he can heal, just like any regular Shaman can. And you usually want to take down anything that can heal first. Shaman gets put first. Next, if the Shaman hadn't been there, I'd have selected the Rogue to die first. The Rogue does a nasty poison AoE, which you can see over on the edge of the screen, that big green spot. It's a poison AoE that she will throw at your raid members and also throw at you. Don't tank in it, and nobody should be standing in it, because it does tick for quite a bit. Third person we got today was the Mage. Mage doesn't do all that much for damage. He has a haste buff that he puts on himself that your mages can spell steal. Other than that, not a big deal. All 3 of them go down, boom. You got the chest right there in the middle of the floor. Pop your loot and you're good to go. Talk to Jaren, say I want to start my next challenge. 2 people, one of 2 people is going to come out. It's either going to be Eadric the Pure, which is the easy one, or Argent Confessor Paledris, who is the harder one, who's the one we got. They will come out, and the same thing, have 3 sets of just trash mobs. They're always going to be a Priestess, a Light Wielder, and a Monk. I always select the Priestess to go down first. Same thing, she will throw out heals, and her smite just kind of hits a little bit. Next one you want to take down is always the Light Wielder, because he will throw out a Light Well that will do dots to you and make you heal from it. It's annoying. The third person, the Monk, super annoying. He doesn't do much except melee, but when you kill him, he sits there in a prayer first. He's got a bubble around him, and until he dies, everybody's motion is slowed. It's super annoying. You can run up to her, it doesn't matter, because she's not going to pull until all 3 of those groups are down. When all 3 are down, she comes out. You start doing her, and yeah, as you can see, it looks like we're taking her life down, but then she stuns us all, like you saw. She pulls up a memory from one of the party members. Boom, we got Hygen the Unclean. God damn it, it's okay. We don't have to do the safety dance in the middle of this instance. He's only got a melee ability, a couple shadow abilities, and every once in a while you'll see he invokes the Waking Nightmare, and everybody in the raid is going to run away. Here we go, ready? Rah! The reason why this is super annoying is because you can see her, Professor Paledris, is still standing there, bubbled, you can't hurt her, and she's throwing smites out of there, she's healing him, and throwing a Holy Fire dot on random members of the raid. This part's pretty heal intensive, which is why it's the harder of the two fights. Eadric the Pure, if I ever get him, I'll post a separate video. Once you get the memory down, and you can make it through that heal intensive spot, she's a cakewalk. You just boom, down her, she does nothing big, easy as pie. Once she goes down, she runs away, over to your chest pops, you get your loot. You talk to Jaren Sunsworn, he starts out this ending speech, but oh no, the Black Knight from the quest chain comes down, and he's like, I'm gonna kick your butts, you guys defeated me in the Argent tournament, wah wah wah. He kills Jaren Sunsworn and re-rises him as a ghoul. You gotta taunt Jaren Sunsworn's ghoul. Make sure he stays off the healers or the party members. You kill the Black Knight once, and you're like, sweet, that was kinda easy. Jaren Sunsworn explodes, Black Knight pops up again. He's like, I don't got any skin, but I'm still gonna beat you. And he starts doing Army of the Dead. You've got to pick up as many ghouls, preferably all of the ghouls, as you can. Keep kiting him, because he's gonna lay down Desecration, which is the Death Knight talent, which will slow you and do damage to you. So you gotta keep kiting him out of that Desecration. And when he dies, same thing, the ghouls are gonna explode, but now you've got a bunch of them. Raid members have to be aware of where they are. Third time he pops up is as a ghosty. The ghosty phase is another very heal-intensive part. It's kind of difficult for newer healers. He's going to be shadow volleying everybody in the raid, and one person will get marked for death. When they get marked for death, they take very much additional shadow damage. If you can make it through these phases, Black Knight's down, and Tyrion and Thrall are like, good job, guys, you did awesome. And Varian Wynn is like, I'm stupid, but good job, you did Trial of the Crusader. Enjoy. Subscribe if you like my videos. If you don't, subscribe anyway, and I'll make them better.